Because of the proximity, I think the Chinese, with their first and foremost concern being economic development, I think their concerns are long-term stability on the peninsula. Not wanting to do anything, not wanting to say anything, not wanting to engage in any kind of activity that might disrupt that delicate balance. I think that probably is driving their position more than anything else at this point.
Is it possible, from your perspective, to get any kind of Chinese support?
We've had extensive consultation with the Chinese on this particular situation. We've shared information. We've exchanged points of view. And it's not unlike the run-up to the work done on the Iran sanctions resolution most recently, where at the very outset people were saying, well, there's no way that China's going to be part of this. They'll peel off at some point and they will refuse to take any position that would see it through to the end. Well, we got a pretty good result in the last 24 hours. Similarly, I think with North Korea, there will be, I think, a strong sense of unity going into the UN Security Council. It will be discussed and deliberated on, as all things are at that point. And then we'll have to keep a close eye on what results. Will it be a resolution? Will it be a statement by the President of the Security Council? And then what will that language read like? We don't have the answers yet. People are working on this and will continue working on it into next week. All I can tell you at this point is that the key players in the region, who have been at least very involved in the six-party process, are hanging together so far en route to further action within the UN Security Council.
That move by China voting for the tougher sanctions against Iran, we just got comments from head of Iran's Atomic Energy Agency saying that the move would cause China to slowly lose its respectable position in the Muslim world and will wake up when it is too late. Do you feel that this move, taking a stand against Iran, at a time as well, I might add, when Ahmadinejad is coming to China, do you think this will cause China some pain down the road?
I think it's a responsible move on the part of China. I think it will be seen as a responsible move by China. And again, China's interests and our interests are very much in parallel in the Middle East, and that is wanting peace and wanting stability and wanting predictability.
Back to North Korea, has the United States been able to do any meaningful contingency planning with the Chinese in the event of an eventual collapse in North Korea, given the fact as well that there have not been significant military-to-military contact between Washington and Beijing?
This is one reason why it would be good to have more military-to-military contact, and one of the reasons why we have been advocating in favor of more robust ties between militaries is when you have a void, when you have a vacuum, you have very little opportunity to discuss issues of common interest, like North Korea.
What worries you most about the U.S.-China relationship, or even what is happening in China? There's lots of labor unrest in the South. There's a lot of American businesses here. There's tension on the Korean border. What worries you the most as the top U.S. diplomat in China?
Listen, as always, we have lots of issues and lots of concerns in the relationship.
What's the primary concern?
But we also have lots of opportunities. And so underlying all of this would be the issue of trust. Do we have enough trust in our account between the United States and China? We've built up a lot of trust in the strategic and economic dialogue, and to me, although I can define a whole lot of deliverables specifically, that was the single most important deliverable between both countries.
Do you have the trust? Have you overcome the issues with the arms sales to Taiwan, the visit by the Dalai Lama, Google?
We've replenished the trust level quite substantially, but we always have to work on exactly where that meter is in terms of overall trust between the United States and China, because when the trust level diminishes, nothing gets done.